What's going on, Raiders? Doolum here, and today we're going to be talking about clan versus clan. That's right, it is running currently, and as you see, we are losing a little bit here. We are usually late starters in this clan, but once we get rolling, we usually get rolling pretty darn quick. So I wanted to go over the objectives here and look at the point breakdown for the ones that are bonused right now. So right now it's Phantom Shogun objectives. Now, I know Phantom Shogun is not an easy experience for a lot of people that are early to mid-game, especially early game. That's really tough to get through. Same thing with Faction Wars, and that's myself included. Faction Wars is not an easy time at all. The only good news about Faction Wars is that you get currency that's reset, so you don't have to worry about using like energy or anything like that. The currency is just the keys that you can use, which is really great. So I can still kind of limp through this, especially if I can get through stages like stage 6 on some of them. It's really, really great. And then we also have the Forge objectives, which is going to be the biggest one that I want to talk about today, because the Forge objectives is going to directly tie into a video that I had on my main channel regarding spending. And if you got the Forge Pass, and you see here, I did get the Forge Pass, and I do think it is worth your value. If you are, a person that might want to spend on a game like this. But before you make that decision, something that you have to do without making any sort of decisions is clicking that link down below in the description. You're going to get Eleanor Day 1, who is a legendary nuker with HP burns as well as poisons and a way to detonate those poisons. At level 15, you get Takor, who's got a team-wide increase speed as well as a team-wide revive. And then you've also got Ugo, who you'll unlock at level 30, who is an absolute beast. She's amazing. I use her everywhere right now. And then very, very important within the first 24 hours of starting your account, the only code you should enter is going to be Monkey King, so you can unlock Sun Wukong. And if you guys are on iOS, make sure you click the link below so you can type in any sort of promo code so you don't have to worry about that. But let's get back to the Forge Pass here. You see, you get a bunch of stuff from this, and we talked about this in my other video. Make sure you check that one out. It's on my main channel. You get a bunch of items from this, and it's $20 US, and I personally thought it was worth it for me. I do get a nice Defiance set as well. You also get a butt ton of stuff in the Forge, and the Forge is super, super helpful because it's going to help you craft a lot of things for times like this when we have clan versus clan. And right now, if you look in clan versus clan, I am a slacker as well. I have 6,656, so I'm going to start working on the Forge here, and I wanted to make sure I was showing you guys what I was doing here. So I pretty much always save all my Forge stuff for 5 and 6 star. I really don't waste anything on lower. I don't really see much of a point to it, to be completely honest with you. The way the Forge works is you do need these materials where you can get from Arena, Faction Wars, all that kind of stuff. And what happens is these bottom parts here is you have charms and rarity charms, special charms, type charms, stuff like that, to kind of influence what something might be. So you see, I can throw in a charm, and you can get a better chance of getting something. So you get a rarity charm, a mythical charm, so it increases your chance of getting a mythical artifact. And then you want to throw in the charms of a specific piece that you might want to get, so it'll boost the chances of getting boots. And then for the substat, you can also put in charms that modify the substats, and it will increase your chances of getting a specific substat. So that is pretty cool. I'm going to back out real quick and we'll go back in. I do really want to upgrade the perception set, but right now I don't have any pieces, any of the bloodstones to get in, because the perception set is really good for accuracy and speed, and I think I'm going to be ending up putting that on, once I get like Geomancer, I'm going to put that on Ugo. A lot of characters that need to land debuffs, accuracy is super, super important. For the resilience, I'm just going to start crafting. I can craft one right here, so we'll throw one in there. You see I got 100 tournament points for that. And I did get epic boots with HP as the main stat. So HP percent is the main stat. So that's going to be an instant sell because of the HP main stat. Doesn't really pertain to me all that much. Now, if you are at a point where you do have a lot of this gear, you could definitely open up like 10 of the perception set and get some good pieces here, especially if you want something specific. So like, let's say if I go to my Ugo here, and on my Ugo, if I want to put the perception set on, right, I'm going to be removing the boots and I'm going to be removing the weapon. So what I want to do here is I'll go back into the forge and I'll go to the perception set. I'll click the 4 and 5 star one. And then what I'll do is I'll go over and go to my charms and make sure I've got some charms in there. You have a bunch of charms, obviously, and that's going to help out a lot. And then what I'm going to do is make sure I have boots as my charm there. And then for substats, I can't put speed substat for boots, right? So for the substat, what I'm going to probably want to do is, can I even get accuracy as the substat for boots? I don't even know that. You know what? There's only one way to find out now, isn't there? Let's do 10 of them for funsies. Why not? Another 600 points there. Let's see what I got here. So I got a rare, epic, and this doesn't guarantee that you're going to get boots, but it does increase the odds by 50% that you're going to get boots. So pretty awesome there. So I did get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boots feeding into that 50% right there. Pretty great. And then what we could do is we go back over to the champions. I'll go over to Ugo, and then we will go over to the perception set. And I believe it is all the way at the bottom, if I'm not mistaken. It is indeed, and I'm going to open this one up, and I will be here. So now I have a weapon that has accuracy, speed, and resistance. I have a weapon that has resistance and crit damage. I have some boots, and unfortunately, none of them were primary stat on speed, which is really unfortunate, but I can get accuracy as a substat. So that is something that I'm definitely going to continue working on, is the perception set here, because I want the perception set and I want it to be good. So I'm going to upgrade this. I want to make sure I'm getting boots in there, and then I want to make sure I get an accuracy charm in there as well. And then we are going to open up 10 more. I got 1,460, so I probably got more legendaries and more epics this time, which is pretty nice. Again, I was looking for a weapon as well, so I am getting some weapons from this, which is really great. I also got a legendary shield as well, and a legendary weapon, and a legendary helmet. Holy hell, that was really, really lucky. So let's go into that and see what we got going for that one, because that was actually really lucky. A lot of legendaries there. So let's go into perception here. And then we do have a legendary weapon that has crit damage, crit rate, and HP and accuracy. So actually a really good weapon there. I might end up doing this weapon instead though, because of the accuracy and the HP. And the speed on here as a substat. So that's really, really nice. Let's go to the helmet. We got HP. Flat HP is the main stat, obviously. Percent HP, accuracy, defense, and flat defense. So not bad at all there. Let's go to the shield here. So we have defense, accuracy, resistance, defense, and crit damage. And then what was the other? I think that was all the legendaries. And then the boots, we did not get boots with a speed stat, unfortunately. But this weapon looks pretty darn good, especially with the accuracy and the speed here. So I'm going to upgrade it to level 12 and see what I get for my pulls. Hopefully it's not HP. I did get 1 across the board for each, so that's not terrible, actually. And what I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably take that and remove the speed stat weapon once I can, and then the boots, once I get good boots with the primary stat as speed, I will end up doing that for sure. So the perception set, definitely super important. I definitely did want more boots, but that's okay. I don't think I have any more boot charms there, so that's okay. What I can do here is I do kind of want to make sure, let's go for, I don't really care for crit rate or crit damage. Let's go for resistance here, and we're going to craft 1 more, and we'll see what happens here. I got a shield, so not terrible, not what I wanted though. So let's back out of here. Let's go back in. And what we're going to do is going to go into the Defiant set. So I can actually forge a lot of stuff from this. And this is, again, because of the bonus I have from buying that Forge Pass. And you see now, because I'm in the 5/6 star section, I could use the Mythical Charm as well, a chance of getting a Mythical Artifact. I am not going to do that, though. And I'm also not going to change what the what could potentially get boosted up, because I really need anything, honestly, for the Defiant set. So I don't think it really matters what I get, so I'm just going to go with whatever I can pull here. I got 1,380 tournament points there, so awesome. Not as good as when I got super lucky on the 3 to 4 star pulls for the Perception set, but let's see. We got some epics here. Looks like we're not getting a legendary unless the last one is, and we did get a legendary at the end, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, this is the Defiant set. I am gonna open up 10 more, and then we'll go see the goodies that we collected, and see if there's anything worth using. And remember, the Defiant set is minusing damage you take from AoE attacks by 15%, as well as increasing your defense by a percent based by 10%, which is really, really good. So let's go in here and let's go to the Defiant set, and let's find out where we're at here. So it is all the way at the bottom because it actually is a new set to me. Everything I just pulled is brand new to me, which is pretty interesting. So let's see what we've got. And this is going to be on definitely some really tanky characters. The Defiant set is actually not terrible on a person like Rector Drath putting out Perfect Veil. You do like a Defiant plus a Reflex, so the cooldown is lowered potentially. And we do have some good weapons here with HP percent as well. We do have flat resistance. We kind of want to look for things that have a lot of resistance. This does have speed, which is not bad. And this is, let's see, we got HP, resistance, defense percent as well. So that's going to scale with the defense percent from the actual set, which is really nice. Defense percent, HP, and attack. So this helmet's actually really good. Let's see, what about the shield? Defense, flat, obviously, but it's 6 stars, which is good. That's what you want for a shield, because the stars are going to make the primary stat better. We got accuracy, resistance, and HP, which is actually really good. So we got some pretty good stuff from this. Defense percent, speed, and flat defense on the chest piece is actually insane. That's really, really, really good. I'm taking that up to level 12 right now before I even look more. And I got 2 more on flat defense. Nothing on speed, unfortunately. The attack is not super important, but still, defense percent at 40% plus an 80 flat is actually really nice. So that's a really good chest piece. And then let's see, we got flat resistance here on the chest piece. We do have percent resistance here, percent attack on the boots, and percent HP. So not too bad for the pulls there. So that's going to be a breakdown of the Forge and how important it is to wait until clan versus clan is going on, so you can really pull some good stuff and see how many points you can get for clan versus clan. Because remember, I was at 66, 56. I have pretty much doubled my participation in clan versus clan just from holding my stuff in the Forge. And that is super, super important, because it's not really detrimental that you're going to be like getting some game-breaking gear from the Forge and you're stifling your progress because you're holding on. It's definitely worth sitting there and going, I'm going to save this for clan versus clan. We actually do have a quest as well, upgrading artifacts, and then craft 1 resilience artifact at the Forge, another advanced quest there. So slowly but surely making progress on those. But let me know what you guys think about my Forge breakdown here and how it kind of works and why it's super important to do it during clan versus clan. Don't forget to click that link down below in the description to start off your account the right way with Eleanor, Tagore, Ugo, and promo code Monkey King to get Sun Wukong within the first 24 hours of making your account. But until next time, this has been Duelim. Later, Raiders.